Hello, welcome to a new episode to my tutorial on how to create a Metroidvania game using the Unity engine. I have some experience in creating a Metroidvania since I created or helped to create the code for the game Cyclopvania. You can check it out on itch.io. Also, I have on itch.io a new asset folder for you prepared there. It includes all assets using in this tutorial I created myself. So you can use it to create your own version of the tutorial game if you want to. Today I want to cover with you a first simple version of the camera alignment. If you know, in a classic Metroidvania game, the camera alignment or the camera movement aligns to the rooms. So when I leave this room and go to another room, the camera switches to the position of the other room, and I want to create a system that is doing this for us automatically today. The first step is to adjusting your main camera. Important is that that the size of the camera or the frame of the camera is adjusted to our room. So the border of the camera has to be aligned to our tile map or to our tile map, and everything that is included in our room, in our frame, in our camera frame, is one room size. You can achieve this with the camera and the pixel perfect camera. You have to crop your frame, and then here you can decide how large your room should be. Like you can add 64 pixels to that, and it will include more tiles like this. But I want to stick with a camera resolution of 320 pixels and 160 pixels. That's fine for me for now. If we play testing the game, you can see that the camera size is maybe a little bit small. I think the figure, the player character, is quite large for that scale. So I think I will increase the size of our frame. You're going to main camera, to the inspector, and then you have to consider how large the camera should be. Like I'm adding 4 tiles horizontally. No, this was wrong. I have to use a plus 64 pixels, and maybe the same here. Maybe in the vertical we add only 3. No, this is not possible. So this is fine, I guess. So our new resolution is 384 pixels times 192 pixels. And again, it does align perfectly with the tiles. That is very important. And now I will adjust the room to the new size. Yes, I changed the room size, as you can see. I think it's a little bit better now. You should try to find a size that you like. Yes, it's okay, I guess. But you can't change the room size anymore as soon as you created all your room patterns and so on. It's too late for that, you know. So this is this step is very important for you, so you should be sure on which dimensions of your camera you want to use. So keep that in mind. The second step, it's optional, but it can be a great help for you for orientating on how large the rooms are. It's you just add a tile map and you paint the dimensions of the tile map with some basic colors. Don't forget to rename the tile map. I will use the name frames for that tile map, and then go to your tile palette, go to frames, and we can paint the dimensions of the new room. I guess you have to orientate on the main camera. You can click the main camera and you see the green border for your room dimensions, and you can fill that. And now you see how large the room is, and by copying this, and you can use a second color to outline the next rooms, and so on and so on. Wait. Anyway, this is enough for now. Yes, of course, this frame has to be in the background. Order and layer, like 2, or we can make it -10, so it will always be in the background. And now you can paint a neighbor room to your room. I will do this off camera to save time. So I added 2 new rooms to our game, but when the player is walking outside the room, you see nothing happens. The camera should switch to the next room. You can see it here, and it doesn't happen. For that we need a new tile map where every tile has the exact same of one room, and we can always test if the position of the main camera is within a tile of the room tile set, and when the script is noticing that the camera switched with its position into a new room, the player is switching his position into a new room, the camera will automatically be switched to a new position. That is the simple function of that script, and I will show you how to code that. But first, we have to add a new grid, of course. You can do this by adding to the object and tile map. So, and the grid of that, the size of that grid have to be higher. Okay, our camera is 24 tiles wide and 12 tiles high. So we have to change the size of our grid to 12 and 4. So our cell size is 24 times 12, and we have to skew the position a little bit. We type in the position -12 and -6. And now the grid is perfectly aligned with our rooms. You see here is the line of each room. Okay, the grid is now working. And now we have to create a new script. And we call this simple camera alignment. Simple because there will be later an advanced version of that script. Because not every room is like has the size of one room. Some rooms are larger, and in larger rooms the camera can move freely in the borders of that room, and we have to code that too. It will be more complicated, but we will cover this too in the next few episodes. But first we will make a simple version with small rooms. Okay, it's quite simple, the script now. What you have to do is you have to use the Unity engines of tile maps. You have to add this, and then you need 3 serialized fields with the grid, with the main camera, and with the player. Until now we don't need something in the start function, but in the update function we first ask if the map is inactive, and if the map is inactive, we playing the game, and since we're playing the game, we ask on which position is the player, and which cell position is the player position within the grid. And the grid will be the large grid, the room grid. And we save that cell position, and we will adjust the position of the main camera to the center of the cell, and it will be the cell where the player is within. We are asking this by this. This is all we have to do. We save the script, and the next step is to go into our game. We have to reload the assets. It takes a while. Then we add our script to the main camera, but it's not important on which object it will be. We have to use our grid, the large grid, which has the size of the rooms. We drop it into the grid. We have to use our main camera, so drop it in the main camera, and the player is here. So, and don't forget, set the grid on the Z axis on -1 or -2. So the camera is not on the same level as the player, because when the camera is on the same level as the player, the player will not be in the view of the camera. So we have to adjust the camera a little bit, and since the camera will always set on the position of the grid have to be skewed on the Z axis a little bit. And we hit play. And now we run with our player, and we see we switch positions. The camera switches positions, and it's working. Let's test it. Yes, it's working. Okay. And it's doing this completely automatically. Of course, we don't want every room being small sized. We also want larger rooms where the camera can move in the boundaries of that rooms. That will be complicated. I will cover you with this in one of the next episodes. This is how the script will look like if we are finished on that topic. For now, it's enough. It's enough to doing some simple rooms. I think in the next episode, I will show you how to show your position on the map. So, yeah, we have the map and we don't see in which room we are. We will change that in the next episode. But for now, this is enough. I hope I could help you a little bit, and see you in the next episode.